So welcome to today's Power Hour, and we're excited to bring you a very cool show on college and career readiness on today. But before we get into the show, we've got a moment to talk with our superintendent, Dr. Dignan, and so we're happy to have you on today. So before we get into the show, I wanted to ask you and inquire, why is college and career readiness so important to you?
Personally, because every student has their own unique journey and passion and pathway. And again, the more opportunities we can expose students to, whether it be college readiness or career readiness, the students need to understand there's a lot of opportunities, whether it's jumping into the workforce, whether it's trying to gain an apprenticeship in a skilled trade. There's a lot of different ways that students can kind of do their post-secondary thing. So I think it's important for us, K through 12, to expose kids at different levels and different points in time of possible careers and things that they can study.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. So we're going to get right into the show, and we're going to deal with career awareness, career exploration, and career preparation. So thanks so much. Did you want to speak to those areas?
Yeah, just real quick, the awareness piece is kind of at the elementary level, where we're starting to expose kids of different careers and things and job fairs and things like that. At the next step of it is the middle school level. And so for that, you want to try to take them to the exposure side of things, right. More field trips, more interaction with career and colleges. And then the preparation part is the high school level. Kids then are getting work-based learning, internships, and they're getting exposed to all these in a little bit more detail. So I think by kind of building an intentional model and framework, it's going to help all of our kids find what their passions are and what path they want to kind of travel down and what journey they want to take post-secondary.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Dignan. We're excited to get into our show today. Thank you for your
Mr. Beebe, I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you. In this installment of Power, I'm here with Kate Brohl, who is our Executive Director of Elementary Curriculum and Instruction. So we're excited to meet with Kate on today. And I'm going to ask you a few questions. I know we've been out and we presented to our elementary school staffs. And so I wanted to have you on the show today to talk a little bit about college and career readiness at the elementary level. So my first question for you, Kate. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So usually when people think about college and career readiness, we tend to focus on middle school and high school. Kate, can you talk about some of the ways we introduce college and career readiness at the elementary level?
Of course. So first of all, when we think of college and career readiness at elementary, it's really all about just awareness and what we can do to bring awareness to our students at that age. So there's things like field trips, bringing in speakers, and then just those simple things when we talk about our classroom jobs and embedding things in what we're already doing. So texts that we're reading, we can just start to list jobs and careers that are in the books that we're reading and the things that we're discussing already, just to have that, like I said, awareness for our kids. Recently, when we were doing one of our visits to the schools, we got an idea about just doing an ABC book, something we're already doing with our kindergarten and first graders, and making that ABC book all around just careers. And hey, we are the Motor City. You could talk about cars and careers and all of the careers you could have just within that. So just embedding it in what we're already doing, really.
Excellent, excellent. So the College and Career Readiness Department, as well as Curriculum Instruction, recently purchased vocational books for each elementary school in the district. How does reading books about different jobs and careers impact or affect elementary school students?
Well, the research alone just around doing read alouds and reading to our students is huge. So the fact that we're just going to be more intentional and that we have text in front of us that engages kids in conversation with each other, so that way they can make connections to each other, can make connections to the text, and then making connections to the world around things that are possible for them as students.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, my third question for you, and I have one more after that. So Wayne Westland Community School District invested in a new college career readiness program for our elementary, I believe, second grade through fifth grade. Can you tell our viewers about Be Able and how it's being implemented at the elementary level?
Yeah, sure. So right now we have a virtual program, digital program that is available to all of our 2nd through 5th grade students. And they can access it through Clever. So it can be done in the classroom. It can also be done at home. And so what's very unique about this program is that it is literacy based, but ties in career awareness. So students take an inventory or assessment, if you will. So it gets their reading level, but also their interests.
Mm-hmm.
So they do what's called a RIASEC survey. And this RIASEC survey, each letter in the RIASEC kind of aligns to a different type of interest. So are they interested in a realistic type of career? Are they interested in a creative type of career? And then this program ties together their reading level and their interests and then gives them articles and things to read that are based on their interests. So it's a very unique program. Our kids are loving it so far.
Good.
And they get to build their own avatar, and there's a game piece and points that's also attached to it. So kind of a little fun, but adding in literacy and career awareness all together.
Awesome. All right, my 4th and final question to you.
Okay.
What would you recommend for our teachers and parents to help provide college and career exposure at the elementary level?
Really, number one is curiosity and conversation. So for our students, we want to embrace and encourage their curiosity just about really the world around them, and ask them questions about their interests. It's really not so much about what do you want to be when you grow up,
Sure.
which is a common question we think to ask our kids,
Yep.
but more so, what are you interested in? And what do you like to do? And what do you enjoy? Because that will really help guide those conversations in the possibilities, because the possibilities are really endless. And then, of course, our parents and community members are welcome to come into our schools to kind of share the things that they're interested in themselves and the career path that they have chosen, whether it's coming in person or coming in virtually, just so that way they can help build that awareness with our students too.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. You are awesome. And so we're looking forward to having you back soon.
All right. You're welcome.
Thank
Thanks.
you so much. Welcome back to our 2nd segment of Power Hour. And with me today, I have the wonderful Mrs. Adrienne Nathan, who is also a graduate of Wayne Westland Community School District. So we're so excited to have you on today. Adrienne is our Director of Secondary Curriculum and Instruction. And today we're going to talk a little bit about middle school and about STEM. So we're excited to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Can you tell our viewers about the STEM initiatives that you're working on and some of the tools, the technology, and experiences that we have on the horizon?
Sure. So for middle school especially, we're really excited about 3D printing, our drone program, coding, app development, and robotics. I know, that's really exciting. Our goal for middle school starting next year is to build pathways so that kids can start to work on the skills and technology needed to build autonomous cars.
Nice. Okay. And so, Ms. Nathan, so can you talk a little bit about STEM and why it's essential for middle schoolers here in Wayne Westland?
So middle school is a very, very important time in kids' life. And STEM is a great way to sort of enhance that. So, and that's what we want to do. And that's what we're going to build our STEM program around. So for middle schoolers, it's really important that they work together, learn how to work better together as a team and have lots of team building opportunities. And so every STEM project that we are designing is going to be geared towards helping those developmental skills.
Nice. So Ms. Nathan, what recommendations do you have for our teachers and parents to help provide STEM and provide college and career exposure?
So for college and career exposure, my number one recommendation for that is to make sure that we expose kids to all of the options and opportunities as possible. All of the college and career options that they may have, all of the career pathways. The more exposure we give kids at the middle school level, the better. My number one recommendation for parents, educators, and families for STEM in general is to jump right in. Sometimes STEM can be a little scary and intimidating, but we want to demystify all of that. And we're going to do that today with you. So this is going to be your first time driving boat.
Okay.
Have you done this before?
I've never done this.
Nope. We're going to jump right in and you are going to drive this robot to knock over these cups.
Okay.
Now, sometimes
we fail.
True. Sometimes we fail, but in STEM, that's okay.
Yes.
Sometimes we may miss. Sometimes things don't work, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get there. So
Sure.
take this phone,
Okay.
take Bolt. I'm going to set Bolt here,
Okay.
and I want you to drive him
Mm-hmm.
to knock those over. Go ahead, get a feel for him.
Oh, this is about to get bad.
No, it's not. It's going great. It's going great.
All right, here
Don't
we
be
go.
scared.
I'm not afraid.
STEM is not scary. See, I got you. There you go. Oh, almost. Go ahead. Look, he's fast, huh?
He is very
He's
fast.
fast.
He is very fast. Here we go. Oh!
Either way. Was it fun?
I had
It
a
was
ball.
fun. It doesn't matter. Just as
Just
long
try
as you
it.
try,
Just dive in.
just dive in.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for
and we're definitely
having
gonna have
me.
you come back. So once again, thank you so much, and thanks for the opportunity to play with STEM on today.
Anytime. I hope I get to come back.
Oh yes, you definitely will. So, all right. Well, thank you all, and we're going to move on to our next segment. Welcome back to our third and final segment of today's Power Hour. And I am super excited and stoked to bring in my partner who I work with every day, day in and day out, supervisor of college and career readiness, Maria Mitter. Thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you.
today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right. So we'll jump right into it. My first question to you. So during our first segment, I spoke to Kate Broll about elementary career and literacy program called Be Able. Can you tell us and our viewers about Zello and how it's being utilized at the middle school and high school level?
Yeah, absolutely. So Zello is a platform that we have purchased. It's a requirement of our state legislation that every student 7th grade through 12th grade completes an EDP, which is called an Education Development Portfolio.
That's right.
And so we are starting with 7th graders, and they will complete their EDP through Zello.
Mm-hmm.
And through that process, they're doing a thing called Matchmaker, where they answer some questions to kind of identify where their interests are. And that generates just a variety of different careers that might interest them, where they can dive into and learn a little bit more about. And through that process, we'll be able to really identify to be intentional with opportunities for students. So our folks over at the high schools and at the middle schools, when we have an opportunity for students to maybe go on a field trip or maybe do some job shadowing or internships that we'd eventually like to build up to,
Right.
that we can hone in on the students who might have an interest in the trades,
Right.
in a particular trade, so that we identify those students to partake in that experience versus the kids who just complete their field trip requests. So we've launched it this year, and every student will complete it every year, 7th through 12th grade. And eventually, upon their graduation, they'll have this really comprehensive portfolio, complete with a resume, complete with maybe badges that they've earned, and other things that they can add and build into that digital portfolio that they can take with them after high school.
Excellent. So be on the lookout for Zello. So my next question to you, College and Career Readiness has invested in a program called NEPRIS. Can you tell us about it and how it evens the playing field for our students and families?
Yeah, so NEPRIS, we're really excited to bring NEPRIS to the school district. So we're going to do a little soft launch this year.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is, it's a platform, a digital platform. It's web-based. And so every student will be able to access, and teachers will be able to access it. So it's over 55,000 professionals that we have access to. So if a teacher is, maybe a theater teacher is, they're working on a production with students, they can, with some advance notice, they can request somebody in the theater industry to speak virtually with their students.
Right.
So it evens the playing field. So everyone has access. So it's not the kid who, we're going to give access to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Not transportation's not a barrier. The
That's
cost
right.
is not a barrier.
Yeah.
And so one example is where a theater production group, not ours, but when we were talking to the folks at NEPRIS, they had the opportunity to speak with the gentleman who plays Beast on Broadway.
Wow.
So a
Mhm.
really powerful experience. But we can really hone in on very particular trades. Like oftentimes when we bring in professionals to speak with our students, oftentimes they're mainstream
Right.
professions,
Right.
where perhaps we want to speak to a chemist,
Okay.
a female chemist
Mhm.
who maybe in one of our lessons that a chemistry teacher might be exploring with students, and we can speak virtually live with a female chemist, if that's what the request is. But really the possibilities are endless with over 55,000. So we're doing a soft launch at Schweitzer, Hicks, and Adams Middle School this year. And then we will roll it out next year to all of our elementary and middle schools. And then in that third year, it'll be district-wide. And we've talked a little bit to folks about it, and people are really excited. And it can be used preschool through 12th grade and beyond. I mean, it's really a limitless platform that is, I think, going to be a really powerful tool to, like I said, even that playing field.
Excellent, excellent. I'm excited as well. So, all right. So I've got one more question for you. We've been working hard on this. So I'm going to let you talk a little bit about the opportunity, or I should say the experience that we're creating called March Madness. So tell our viewers, tell everybody about March Madness.
Yeah, we're really excited. So March Madness is a spirit week, if you will, for college and career readiness. We're a new department. The work that we're doing is not new, but we really want to engage all levels in this college and career readiness work. We're not just doing it at the high school. So this is an opportunity to start those conversations and build that awareness around what we're doing and what pathways are available to students. So each day, starting the week of March 21st, it'll be a 1-week March Madness. And each day we're going to highlight a different pathway. So Monday is Military Monday. And there's a variety of activities that we have provided to teachers. And then each day has a theme, if you will, for dress. So Military Monday, wear camo or some other colors around the different service branches. And Tuesday is Trades Tuesday. So wear your work boots or your apron or your work belt or something. I
can't wait to bring my work belt.
I'm excited. You have no idea. So
I have no work belt. I need a work belt.
I'll get you one.
All right, sounds good.
And on Wednesday, we're doing William D. Ford Wednesday. So we will be outfitting our entire staff district-wide with t-shirts for William D. Ford Career Center and highlighting what's going on over there to bring awareness, because we have this amazing career center that not a lot of people know about. And so we want to build that awareness.
Absolutely.
And then Thursday is Tycoon Thursday, where we're going to talk about entrepreneurship and the opportunities that are available to students that way. And then culminating with Final Four Friday. And we're going to give away some prizes and just have a good time with it. And really, like I said, just start to build the awareness around that college and career readiness work that we're doing. And really just have fun and, have fun with it.
Have a good time with it. So, well, thank you so much for coming to share on today's Power Hour. We're definitely going to have you back at another time.
Can't wait.
All right. So, with that being said, this concludes our Power Hour on today. If you have questions about college and career readiness or the College and Career Readiness Department, feel free to email me at beedbed@wwcsd.net. And I would love to get back to you and tell you about some of the wonderful programs and opportunities that we have to offer. So thank you so much for being with us on today.